Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Visixfan, and we're going to, by request, be casting a game between DragonArcherZ and his opponent Icy. Up in the top left-hand side, it's the guy who's emote Z. And in the bottom right-hand side, it's a guest. Just a guest.
Random guest.
Yep. So, random guest who's definitely not Icy, who's definitely bantering. Is this Castle First? Is it? It could not be.
It is Castle First. I think this is the new Mech builds, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to be Castle First into Tower, and then Katas. I don't remember. This is not my first time seeing this replay, but I've only seen it like once otherwise.
So I will go ahead and stop all the comments and dislikes I know are coming. I have not seen this already. And so any LE12 plus cannons version of the game, for those who don't know, the cannon is basically a vulture-like unit from what has been described to me that you can make out of the workshop. And that makes sense that you would go Castle First into Tower. We saw a game... Yep, there's the tower. Yep, we saw a game with Marion where he was playing against, I believe it was Slammer 4, where he did much the same start, except there were no cannons, and still managed to make it work because of plus armor. So this is reasonable.
Mm-hmm. And you'll notice that just now, AC is getting up to the 10 workers. Daz was up for a little while because he went for the 2 workers into expand as opposed to the 1 worker expand, which is just a little slight difference there.
Yeah, it's also worth mentioning that this is not in any way, even if LE12 plus cannons comes out, don't think you as a random person, it's fine for you to go Castle First into House into Barracks like DragonArcherZ or Daz is doing. I'm pretty sure these two players have played each other so much that Daz knows that AC, our guest, is going to go Castle First into Tower, and so he knows he can go the same build, not build the tower, and be completely safe. That's not something you want to be doing. Oh, the Atano hate, the Robert hate.
Did you know that we are both named Robert? It is the strangest thing.
Well, we're not both Atano circuits, so I'll solve that problem right now. But no, I did not know that. That's interesting.
And we live like not far at all. Like 20 minutes.
Yeah, there is a perhaps, you know, not too distant world in which we both like grab, I don't know, do you drink? You imbibe in alcohol in any way? Okay, nice. I'm more of a vodka person. So,
I'm very much like a vodka
beer.
and Coke person.
Nice, yes. Moscow Mules. That's pretty much the only way I like beer is with vodka.
Beer with vodka? Huh.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Beer, vodka, and lime as the first raider comes out for DragonArcherZ, and he's going to be looking at something that looks suspiciously like Catadrops, and will probably fly suspiciously like Catadrops.
Yep, it's definitely Catadrops.
You know what's great is that I haven't seen Catadrops in 6 months to a year, and despite all the balance changes, this is still really good.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the cannon, the tiny ballista that could.
But I play the game a lot, so people tend to do like meme strategies all the time. Catadrops isn't necessarily in meta, but now that like Mech is coming into meta again and people are playing a lot of Mech, I assume Catadrops will be a thing that we'll be seeing. What's actually really funny about this raider is, I'm not sure if it's this game, I think it is, but it's going to be funny to see later. AC gets really, really mad about this raider. You can see it in chat right now.
Oh yeah, he's raging so hard. So here's the thing. Long ago, the raider conceptually needed to have some way to deal with, you know, being in the game, and I kind of like the idea of it being a mini spellcaster, something that rewarded effort, you know? And so Shroud was put in, and it makes range melee. That's really big of a problem. Wait, I'm hearing things dying. What time are you on?
I'm on time 4:44.
Okay, I'm on 4:42.
So we're good.
If you could do the... Yeah, if you could do the quick pause, unpause. And there goes a cannon, otherwise known as a ballista. Drop back, drop back, drop back. What is the speed on these? 3.2? That's
The
pretty
wolves
good.
can outrun
Third
them.
base going down for DragonArcherZ.
Wolves
Nice.
outrun ballistas, which I think is a very good thing, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this cannon is not going to get hit. It's going to live. This is pretty good. Bit of micro for a worker. Third base still going down much faster for DragonArcherZ than for our mech opponent, but to be expected. Those catapults can do a lot of damage, and once it gets to a large army size, we'd expect mech to be favored.
Yeah, the thing about mech that's scary is that it's hard to, like, early you can't really move out on the map with your army as mech because generally your only way of moving quickly is with airships, and you're very vulnerable to surrounds and stuff for a lot of the game. But so you're going to be like doing drops and stuff. But the thing is, with mech you can defend really easily back at home because katas and towers are like great defensive combo a lot of the time. Although certainly doesn't mean that the enemy can't get a lot of damage done if they want to.
Yeah, but we saw there with the micro that Aicy was putting out with that one cannon, still managed to get a worker kill and run away, and you could just make the catapults as body blockers with catapults and a tower. It's going to be pretty hard to bust through that. I think Daz did the only
there's
really
a drop at the top
reasonable
right
thing.
now.
Oh, yep. And, yep, the first shot goes wide and hits the castle, and the set shots 2 and 3 don't quite hit the mark, but now the worker dance begins. And this army that was moving out for Daz is just having buyer's remorse or move-out remorse, and they're planning much like the recession in 2008 to bail out their economy.
And you see another drop coming out in the bottom left coming towards the other side of the map. Oh, and the dropship taking some bad damage and trying to return it on these soldiers.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. These don't, I believe, have too much armor yet, or if they do, it hasn't gotten to a crazy point. Yeah, no armor upgrades yet, so that damage is going to be non-negligible for the time being. Meanwhile,
Here comes the drop
so
in top
this
left.
begs the question. Yeah, this begs the question, do we want it to be that you can have 3 cannons in a dropship? Or is 2 enough?
No.
Let's find out.
Catapults are... He's doing cata drops right now, and...
Oh yeah, I meant the base up in the top
I'm
left.
seeing the top left too. I think 3 is... Because even catapults... 2 catapults you can have in a dropship, and like... 2 catapults is way more, like, in actual damage than, like, 3 cannons, I'd say. You could even have 4 cannons in a dropship, and it wouldn't be, like, super OP.
Yeah, this airship goes down and these cannons will, but I still have to say, I did like that little move out that we saw earlier with the cannon to start, and then the airship to immediately go out on the map. Normally with catapult drops, you just say, it's going to take a while for these catapults to be built, and then the airship to be built, and then for it to all get over there. But moving out pretty quickly is alright too. 4th base almost done over here for DragonArcherZ, and all the damage held out pretty nicely.
I gotta say, this new meta of mech, although these might just be test games, and I don't know if mech is going to become the new standard. I don't think it ever will, like, totally replace Beaster Racks, clearly, but if mech becomes the...
Yeah, there's a mechanical aspect of it.
If mech becomes the new meta, I'm going to be really sad because I hate playing against drops. It's really annoying, and it just takes a lot of APM. And, oh man, 3 worker kills instantly with that cata drop in the top left before you could even move them.
Yeah, that's a bit disheartening, especially with both of these houses already up. So he should have been able to see that airship, you know, and not take the massive hits that he did there.
Oh man, if you look at the units lost tab, it tells a clear story. 8 workers lost for Daz, along with a raider and a soldier. And on the other side, only 1 airship, 1 worker, and 2 cannons lost for Aicy.
Yeah, which is nothing in the grand scheme of things. Like, if we look over here, though, if you go to T, if you go to the income tab, although it is larger losses over there for DragonArcherZ, it's not only that, it's that his economy is also lower overall. So he really needs to shut down this 4th base. Anytime.
Watch for the self-fire right here. A lot of these workers are going to take some friendly fire catapult shots in the bottom right.
Oh, no! Well, the tower goes down, and I don't think with the plus armor. Yeah, that's plus damage, actually. Yeah, there's no way they're going to be able to take that out, but... And the friendly fire massacre is inbound.
Mm-hmm.
Ready? That's not good. Definitely not what you wanted to take there. I mean, you did more worker kills against your own economy than the opponent did against you. That's Friendly Fire MP5, the new soundtrack, apparently. Iro calls it.
What time are you at? Because
I am at 10:25.
Oh my god. I'm at 10:48.
I am at 10. Oh yeah. Are you sure you're running on one-time speed?
I am running on. I am on one-time speed. I'm gonna pause for like 15 seconds.
And we see a couple of these here, not ballista cannons moving up to the 4th base. Daz has a house, so he should be able to see that this is up here and react accordingly. And all the reaction he needs really is the tower to be there. This large force coming in of archers and soldiers, but what are they going to do up against +2 armor and plus ridiculous damage? All right, and a bit of prancing back and forth right here, and this is a sentence you will never hear again, Visix. He is about to get flanked by catapults. Imagine that sentence. Just construct it in your mind a little bit.
Well, with
tower
airships, catapult flanks are a real threat a lot of the time. Because most people don't play mech without airships.
I actually think this is the intelligent way of taking the fights. Just abuse the fact that you have a bit more speed, go around, attack where the units are not, and don't ever try and take a large fight. Like, this looks like a decent, if unhealthy, and perilously close to dead complement of archers and soldiers, but there's no doubt they would get utterly massacred if they fought those catapults. They would
where
be
I
destroyed.
think Daz is failing right now is to spend some of his money and because honestly, I think that would be a good choice for him. Because he was ahead for a while in the income tab, but now he's behind. Oh, and look at that catapult. Once you get that critical mass of catapults, it's just like so much damage and so hard to deal with. Because
you know what's great about these catapults is that look at all the effort that had to be expended to kill one. Meanwhile, the other 12 just look on like, hey, we can be repaired too, you know. Yeah, what's problematic is that there's now equal bases between the two players, except the Rax army is supposed to be a bit more mobile, and even these preparatory moves of putting these watchtowers down for this 5th base that's going down for DragonArcherZ, that's not going to be able to hold up. What are towers to 12 catapults?
And look, if you look at the amount of catapults right now on the army for Daz right now, it just clearly is uneven.
Yeah, it looks like Daz took the opportunity to tech to Priest, but I actually think that's a terrible idea in this matchup. Now, granted, it hasn't been explored as much. Cannons are a new unit. They really did allow a lot of this to happen, but what's great about Priests are that they allow slow healing over time, potentially hundreds of hit points of Rax units being healed at a time. That's not going to mean anything if catapults are 3-shotting everything. You know? You're not going to recover your way to lasting for 4 shots instead. Oh no, this 5th base. Rest in peace, 5th base.
Yeah. A lot of the reason I see people get priests at a certain level is just to keep like 1, 2, 3 of them around to like heal your army after the fact, after fights. Oh, and look at the
that makes sense.
The reclaim of the 5th base by Aicy from Daz. I think I'm a few seconds ahead of you.
Yes, somehow, despite us both being on one-time speed, I'm at 13:55, and your computer isn't lagging as much as mine.
I'm at 14:17. I think.
Congratulations, we've determined the offset.
Yeah, I think I'm.
It's
I
terrible.
think I'm gaining like 10 seconds, like 2 minutes or something like that.
Blistering speed. This is what I pay for. We only live You know, you would think with the same first name, living less than an hour away from one another, I could afford decent internet. You would be mistaken.
Cable, right? There's nothing else in this area that I know. Do you have Time Warner?
Yeah, we both have Cox Communications. Parla Español, prima número dos. Your call may be monitored to ensure quality and continuous Yeah, we have the same thing.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Hey, cable monopoly.
By the way,
this fight up here.
These ballistas. Ballistas, what are you doing?
Actually going surprisingly well for Daz. He's killed a large part of the army of Aicy's. But still, there's just Kata's left.
And Kata's inbound is the problem here. Like,
yeah.
Look, okay, yeah, that looks great, but here's the thing. You have to put that in context. He's won this fight. How much does he have left to actually do something? Well, first off, it's not clear that he's won it. Second off, even if he has won it, he's not going to take out a tower and all those workers. He's definitely not going to take out a tower at each of these other bases armed with ballistas and catapults and airships and cannons. Yeah.
I think part of the problem is that as you micro against Katas, like if you're microing like 15 Rax units versus 5 Katas, that's manageable, like for me at least. But like if you're microing 50 Rax units versus 20 Katas, it's really difficult to get good micro and like keep every single Rax unit from taking like awful Kata shots.
Yeah, I also think Daz is losing out a lot here on the gentleman's agreement he had earlier to not use raiders. Because I actually don't see anything wrong with just using raiders all over this. Raider's Shroud isn't a physically large area. You know, it might only affect like 2, maybe 3 perfectly clumped up catapults. But it does force them to reposition, take them out of the fight. Unfortunately, it's Daz who's taken out of the fight. The GG goes down, and Aicy is the winner. And now, to look to chat, because I can hear all the ways that you and I are wrong. Me more so than you, though. I'm sure of it.